All right, let's dive into one of the fastest moving, most talked about technologies out there right now, generative AI. It's everywhere, right? So we're going to break down what it actually is, how it works, and why it's such a big deal.
So let's just start with a simple question. What if you could create literally anything just by describing it? I mean, a song, a story, an image that looks like a real photograph, anything at all.
You wouldn't need any fancy software or years of training. You could just type a simple command, something like, create a realistic dog image. Just your words. And poof, just like that, it appears, right there on your screen, instantly. And, this isn't science fiction anymore. This is the incredible promise of generative AI. Okay, so what is this stuff really? Let's get past the magic trick and actually define what we're talking about here. At its heart, generative AI is a special kind of artificial intelligence. See, most AI is built to analyze or classify things. It looks at a photo and says, that's a cat. But generative AI, it creates. It studies massive amounts of data, pictures, text, music, you name it, and it learns the underlying patterns. Then, it uses that knowledge to generate something completely new and original. And the range of what it can create is just wild. We're talking about really sophisticated text. You've probably seen tools like ChatGPT, or these stunning photorealistic images from models like DALL-E. But it goes way beyond that. It can write computer code, it can generate video clips, compose music, and even sketch out new product designs. It's the sheer versatility that makes it such a game changer. Here's a really good way to think about it. This quote kind of nails it. Imagine having a super talented digital artist, a brilliant writer, and a really efficient assistant, all rolled into one single tool that's ready to go whenever you are. That's the kind of power we're talking about. So that all sounds incredible, but how does it actually work? How does a machine learn to be creative? Let's pop the hood and take a quick look at the basic idea behind it. So if we take a text model as an example, it's kind of a three-step process. First, it just ingests a mind-boggling amount of data. Think of it reading a huge chunk of the internet, billions and billions of sentences. But it's not just memorizing. Step 2 is identifying patterns. It starts to understand grammar, facts, and all the different styles of writing. And finally, once it has that deep understanding, it can start creating brand new, totally original sentences and ideas that follow all those rules and patterns it learned. Now, this might all still sound a little abstract, a little bit out there, but the truth is this technology is already starting to pop up all over the place. Let's look at how you might already be using it. Chances are you're already interacting with it, maybe without even realizing it. It's the brain behind a lot of the newer, smarter chatbots and virtual assistants. It's being used to help write blog posts and scripts. In the entertainment world, it's helping design video games and movies. Even programmers are using it to help write and fix code, which is a huge time saver. Or think about a student, for example. They could use a tool like this to instantly summarize pages and pages of dense lecture notes. Or they could use it to just brainstorm a bunch of creative ideas for a history project. It's really becoming this powerful sidekick for learning and getting things done. But look, with any technology this powerful, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We have to be realistic and talk about both sides of the coin. The incredible promise, but also the very real perils. So on one hand, the potential is just massive. It can seriously boost our productivity, speed up the creative process, and open up new doors for innovation. But the risks are just as serious. We've got the ability to create deepfakes, those super convincing fake images and videos. These models can also confidently make up wrong information. And of course, there's the huge, ongoing conversation about what this all means for people's jobs. So the bottom line, the most important takeaway here is that this has to be handled responsibly. The conversation isn't about stopping the technology, it's about building guardrails and figuring out how to use it ethically and safely. So where are we headed with all this? It's really important to see this for what it is. This isn't just a new app on your phone. This feels like the beginning of a much bigger, more fundamental shift. A lot of experts are saying that generative AI is the next major tech revolution, on the scale of the internet itself or the smartphone. It's a foundational change that's going to open up endless possibilities for how we work, create, and just interact with the world around us. And that really brings us to the final and maybe the most exciting question of all. As we're standing here at the very beginning of this new era, holding a tool that can pretty much turn imagination into reality, The biggest question isn't what the technology can do, it's what are we going to create with it?